It's called the Cherry Orchard, which is on the estate owned by Lyubov Ravenskaya. It's to be sold to pay off their debts. She comes back from 5 years or so in France, Menton, Paris, to find out how these debts can best be resolved. A solution is presented to her. It's one with which she isn't entirely in accord. And how this disjuncture between what she would like to happen and what has to happen really lies at the heart of the play, and how this is resolved. What I admire about Chekhov is his humanity. I think his ability to look at life, to look at people, a range of social types in this play, and never to judge them, to present them to us in a non-judgmental way and leave us to make the decisions.
So I play Lyuba Ranevskaya, who's a landowner, and she's returning to Russia after a very dubious spell in Paris, where she's been deserted by her lover, who's obviously very feckless and has broken her heart. And she's coming back to a very troubled world, although at first she's delighted to be home, delighted to see her cherry orchard, delighted to see her daughters. Now, Lyuba has an idea of herself which she tries to sell to everybody else, but it's of a woman who is forever young, very sexy, rich, spends masses of money. Everybody loves her. That's the image that she has of herself, and most people buy into it. She assumes that every man is in love with her. She assumes that everyone else is growing old except for her. But really, she can't be in control of anything. She wants to retain the orchard. She thinks it's the most valuable thing in Russia, whereas in fact it's valueless. She won't sell the house. She won't make decisions. And so she's quite a troubled character, but very interesting, very exciting, and sometimes quite funny, I think.
I play Yermolai Lopakhin, who has become a very wealthy, very successful businessman, but who grew up in very different circumstances as the son of a servant on the estate owned by Ranevskaya's father. He occupies a curious position in that he's almost a member of the family, but still very much an outsider. He's very friendly, he's on very friendly terms with the family. He's known them all his life. And yet I feel there's an undercurrent of resentment which goes unspoken for much of the play, which is very interesting to play because it has to, even though it's not referred to, and I don't think he's even aware of it consciously, but it still has to inform everything that happens from the beginning of the play.
I think it's worth coming to see it because I think every single one of us can relate to some part or other of the Cherry Orchard. We've all been through transitions in our lives. We've all faced up to loss. And how we face up to that, I think, resonates today, as powerfully today, as it does to the characters of 1904 Russia